Hello. Tonight I'm doing a reading for the President of the United States, Mr. Joe Biden. And can he make it to another term in office? So this reading is called, is this the end for Joe Biden? Is this the end of his career politically? Or can he win the next election, which is, I believe, in November? Now, I did predict that Joe would win the last election in a video some years ago. You can check out my channel and you'll find that video where I predicted that he would win the last election, and he did. So let's find out today. Is this the end of Joe Biden's career, or can he win in November? I'll tell you at the very end. But let's take a look at the omens leading up to that, and I've been picking up some very interesting stuff recently, just to confirm it with these cards, but these are only part of this, of course. So let's take a look. We'll tell you the negatives first, as I always do. I say we, I mean my spirit guides and I will tell you the negatives first. And then we'll tell you the positives at the end. So stick around. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you have, thank you for that. And hello to my subscribers and followers all over the world. Thousands of you. Thank you so much for following me and for your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Give it a like if you like it. Follow, make some comments below if you want to ask me any questions about this reading. And click the bell icon and YouTube will tell you every time I upload a new video. Let's tell you the negatives of Joe Biden. Well, he's not sleeping well. This card here, the swords. You can see here the Nine of Swords where the man is alone at night with his worries. Not necessarily literally alone, but you feel that the worries are yours and it's keeping you awake. Or your sleep is disturbed and you wake up in the mornings still feeling tired. It's caused by worry. It's caused by stress, it causes anxiety and it causes stress, so you get a vicious cycle. But at the moment, he's not sleeping well. Could be age related, I suppose, as well. Negatives. Now we have a man here, which I've been picking up recently when I've been washing the dishes sometimes. When things come to me, and this man here has got something to hide. He's secretive, he's young, he's got a hidden agenda. Is up to no good. Look at the clouds behind him, storm clouds. When this man arrives on the scene, expect trouble. If you know he's there, I mean, he may not be there, he may hide himself or do things from behind the scenes very secretively. The word for this man is secretive. Now this means that people around Joe, on top of this chap, are being secretive as well. And it can also mean that Joe Biden himself is being rather secretive. I don't blame him, not in that job anyway. So he needs to watch out for that. But there's not really any bad negatives here. Secrecy is the word at the moment. A lady here, a bit younger than him, a bit of an animal lover. Now she's worried about him. She's quite wealthy, a bit of an animal lover. She's surrounded by pentacles. Of course, they're the diamonds in an ordinary deck, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds and pentacles mean money, so she's not skint, but she's worried about him, and maybe I would tell her not to worry, but at the moment sometimes I think he does look a bit poorly, so that may be why she's worried about him. But of course I only see him on the television. Let's have a look at this. There's not many negatives. This chap here, another negative bloke, this one's linked to his career, to the presidential position that he has. This man is linked to that in some way, and he travels a lot. Bit of a ladies' man, he likes the girls. Sandy coloured hair, maybe. You don't always get the hair colour right because sometimes they bleach it or it could go grey, and he may have been sandy coloured when he was younger. But this bloke is a bit active, always on the go, never sits still, but he can be a bit of a nuisance sometimes. Not that you can't trust him, but he likes the girls, so bit of a flirty bloke. He's important in Joe's life, but I wouldn't want him around for too long. You may know who that is. Let me know in the comments. So, the positives. Well, believe it or not, Joe Biden, president, is quite psychic. That's probably why he's been good at his career, well, right through his career, I suppose. He's good at working things out intuitively. He probably wouldn't call it psychic, but he is quite psychic. I'm not sure what star sign he is. I don't know his birthday, but he has watery characteristics. So he could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancerian, or just like one of those things. But he's quite psychic and intuitive, and he can read people just by looking at them usually. Very good at it. That's going to come in handy, especially in that job. Then he has contact with an ex, could be a girlfriend from the past, could be just a girl he knew, or it could be a relative, but a girl and he will be contacting each other during the coming months. I'm looking 12 to 14 months ahead really here, not right up to November. But I'll tell you the answer at the end, will he be president or not? And I know the answer to that. Stick with me. So that girl is important. She may give him a present or a gift of some kind as well. When I mentioned Joe's psychic, he has a spirit lady around him, a lady in spirit. I'm sure you good people in America will know who that is. Not very old. She passed away too young, and she's one of his main spirit guides. Again, he may not believe it, but he has a lot of spiritual activity around him. And if he talks to his guides, they can hear him. They may not be able to reply, but they can hear him. So if you're watching this, Joe, speak to your spirit guides, because they're there to help you. And then on top of all that, he has a star from the major arcana. This also means psychic activity, spiritual goings on. It means is inspired by the stars, not the ones in the newspaper, the real stars in the sky. And he is on a bit of a psychic high at the moment, which I find quite fascinating, because it's a very big signal in this reading. So the other thing here is, this is not, you don't need to be psychic to know this, but he's travelling a lot in the coming months and over the year ahead as well. Looks as though he's coming to the UK, which is funny because I did a reading for Donald Trump the other night, and it looked like he's coming here as well. So there must be a reason for this. I'm not saying they'll come together, but I think Joe Biden will come to the UK very soon, probably within the next 3 or 4 months, which is interesting. And then this one here is a love card, the Ace of Cups. And of course the cups are hearts in the ordinary deck, and the aces mean new beginnings. And it can mean a new lover. I don't think that's the case with Joe, but it can mean the beginning of something that he loves. I'll let you think what that means yourself. But that card means a new beginning. It can mean that his love life becomes more intense, that he and his lover or his wife are getting closer, rekindling their love for each other, and realising how much they need each other and they feel for each other. So looking at all this, another spiritual card here, more cups as well, and these cups you see have got all the elements on them: earth, wind, fire, water. These again are hearts. These are all about love, friendship, compassion, and being a good person, which is good at that. He's good at being a good person. So this is a very amazing reading, because I didn't expect all of this psychic activity to come through, and it's all over it. So he's going through a very spiritual time at the moment. But I want to take a look at the next 4 months one at a time. So we'll start with April, excuse me, and we'll go through to July, to the end of July. So bear with me a moment. Stick with me till the end. My name's David Charles, international psychic medium, the UK's leading psychic and medium master of witchcraft. If you'd like a psychic reading with me on the phone from anywhere in the world, go down there, you'll see the name underneath. It's davidcharlespsychic.com. I also have over 120 psychics that work for me. If you want a reading with one of them on the phone, just ring the numbers on my website, davidcharlespsychic.com or David Charles Psychic Limited. Okay, let's take a look at the next 4 months for Joe Biden, then I'll tell you the answer. Will he be president again? It's not straightforward, I'll tell you that now. But stick with me. Don't forget to give it a like if you like it. Follow me, subscribe, make some comments below, share me with your friends, and click the bell icon, and you'll never miss one of my readings. There's plenty of readings on there. You can have a look at the Donald Trump one I did the other day. I did one yesterday for Harry and Meghan, so you may want to look at that. And there's plenty more coming up in the next few weeks ahead. A lot of them very important, very exciting as well. So let's have a look. April, May, June, July. What do you think about that? You tarot experts out there, can you see them at that range? Not on an iPhone, I don't think you will. He starts off in April with a death card. Don't worry about that. Don't shiver and don't shudder. The death card does not mean death, okay? It can if there's someone that you know is not very well and you're expecting it anyway, but the death card does not mean death. A death in a psychic reading is very rare because the spirit world do not reveal deaths in readings. That's Hollywood stuff from the movies, and so this card is misunderstood. It means the end of an era. As I said, if someone's not very well in the family or someone you know, they're terminally ill, then it can mean death in that case, but you already know anyway. So it's not, you're not going to know that from this. The deaths are, in the readings, are major secrets. The death card means the end of an era for Joe Biden, and that is in April. And the end of an era can be the end of a job, the end of something nice. It can be quite sad, but it can also be very exciting because an ending in any reading means a new beginning. Things are changing for Joe Biden before the last day of April. And I'll try and explain what that is at the end. In the month of May, another travelling bloke, but most people travel these days. This one's linked to money. Could be a banker, could be an accountant. He's got the pentacle in his hand. You see that there? Knight of Pentacles. And pentacles are, of course, diamonds, as I said earlier, in an ordinary deck of cards. You poker players will know that, I'm sure. This bloke is good for him in the month of May. He travels, he's making him an offer or suggestion, and it's genuine, it's something good. I don't know exactly what it is. I've got an idea what it is, but I won't say. But he's making Joe Biden an offer or a suggestion. And it will involve Joe Biden lowering his levels of stress, okay? Then we've got a problem. Because in June, this chap turns up, 7 of Swords, which of course are the 7 of Spades in an ordinary deck, 7 of Spades, and that card shows a man who is tricky, deceitful, is a cheat, is got the gift of the gab, so he can speak well, everyone loves him, they think he's fantastic. This man is a problem, and he's coming your way, Joe, in June, the month of June, or before that. But before the last day of the month of June, this man will try, if he gets a chance, to cheat you and deceive you. Now, sometimes the sex isn't right. It could be a girl, but usually it's usually fairly good. So I think it's a bloke. It's a man heading towards Joe Biden who he cannot trust. He's younger than him, and he's got to be careful. And then, July, he has the Hermit. And once again, the Hermit indicates lots of things, but the main one in this reading is stress. Now, that's the last thing he wants, especially at his age. But it's par for the course with that job. And stress is around him in 4 months' time. He's got it now already, but it gets worse then. So he needs to get chilled out in July. Maybe that's when he'll come to UK for a break. He needs a break somewhere, he needs a gap. So the title of this reading, is it the end for Joe Biden, the end of his political career? And I'll tell you the answer now. I predicted some time ago that Joe Biden may not make the end of this term. He may not stick it. Now, there's still a chance that I was right with that. There's still a chance that he may pack it in, or he may have to step down for health reasons, for instance. I'm not sure the reason, but he may have to step down. But if he makes it to November for the elections, and it's a tough one, but I think Joe will win again. But it's going to cause a row beyond your belief. It's going to cause trouble. The election results will be queried again as they were before. There'll be all sorts of turmoil going on. But I think Joe Biden, if he stays in the job, but he may, as I said, he may leave the job before then. I can't be certain. I did pick it up before, and there's a chance that he won't make it till November. He may step down. He may leave the post. But if he does go ahead in November in the election and still stays there as a candidate, then he just about win it, I think. Expect trouble. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know below, because I'm not an expert on American politics. So if you know things I don't, please tell me below. I'll try and answer all the comments. And I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you're watching Joe, take it easy. Watch out for this bloke in June. He's a cheat. He's got the gift of the gab. You'll love him when you meet him. Don't be fooled by this man. And watch out in that month, April, May, in June, for trickery from all over the place. Not just from this bloke, but there's trickery and deceit in June. People are up to no good and they're around you. So if you know Joe Biden personally, tell him what I said. But I'd like to wish him luck, and both of the candidates, of course. May the best man win. And let me know what you think in the comments. Please make a comment. Please subscribe. Please give it a like. Give it a thumbs up. Helps my alligator rhythms, as they say. And click the bell icon, and you'll never miss one of my readings. And if you want a reading with me on the phone from anywhere in the world, go to my bio, my website down there, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you can order a witchcraft spell there for love and romance and money, whatever you want. I'll do witchcraft for you for any subject you like. Go to davidcharlespsychic.com. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, wherever you are in this beautiful world, and it still is a beautiful world, remember my motto: think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you'll be loved. And I love every single one of you. Take it easy. See you soon, and I'll catch you later.